Be wary of the Dutchman, wary of the mighty king. Be wary of their spells, beware of king and ghosts. Be wary of the Dutchman, wary of the mighty king, wary of these old geezers. Honestly, I don't have much to say about these two episodes, so let's get through this very quickly. Not to mention it's also 12:37 in the morning, so... Yep, pulled a bit of an all-nighter again, because I ended up gaming on my PC for a little while. Anyway, never mind that, let's get started. What's up, what's happening, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mission Station for anything and everything. Mission including SpongeBob and Pineapple to see, as well as TV movies. I'm your host, Extra SpongeBob, about SpongeBob 8, the end of the Dark Ages. Welcome to another infamous SpongeBob episode that I actually don't hate, called Face Freeze. And people, loathe this episode, calling it, one of the absolute worst episodes in all of SpongeBob. Just because of the faces. But, I'm just gonna say right now, no. I've seen far worse crap than this. Yours, Mine, and Mine is worse. One of the episodes I had to review in the next review after this one is worse. There are far worse episodes than this. However, that doesn't mean that Face Freeze is good. I just think it's okay. It's overhated, but I'm not gonna defend it. So, the episode's pretty much a cautionary tale because SpongeBob and Patrick are making faces, and the animators are having way too much fun making all these faces as wild and wacky as possible, and in some cases absolutely horrific, until they get told a story by Mr. Krabs about how this one guy kept sticking his tongue out at people, and one day it froze forever, and then it literally disintegrated and fell off his face. So then SpongeBob and Patrick have to try not to make faces for a while, but then they do anyway, because they're mid-season SpongeBob and Patrick, and they are beyond stupid. So then they keep making faces, because now they think that's not real. Yeah, see where this is coming from? This is literally just hooky. So then they have more faces, and then they stick with one face for an entire day, and hey, guess what? Their face freezes. I guess it was true after all, you nimwit. Anyway, after all that, then they go to Sandy, and then Sandy relaxes their facial muscles, but actually somehow makes it worse. And then SpongeBob gets caught by Mr. Krabs, and then the stupid ending happens. This is the one part of this episode that people hate that I will not defend, because this part is absolutely freaking stupid. Because out of nowhere, Krabs and Squidward get the face. They get the face freeze, even though they weren't making faces for an entire day. Make it make sense, damn it. But besides that, this episode's meh. It's fine. I don't get the Titanic hate for it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and call it good either. It just exists. Highlights, SpongeBob shouting in Patrick's face with a megaphone. I gave this same highlight to Sentimental Sponge when that one orange cop kept talking through his microphone, straight into Squidward's face. This is pretty much the same thing, but just not as funny. And then the other part is Sandy inadvertently making their faces worse. Because she thinks she'll make them better by using all these different techniques that she's learned about massaging and how to relax facial muscles, but instead she ends up doing the opposite, which is also kind of funny. Which is why it's a highlight. Besides that, though, this episode's just meh. It exists. That's literally all I can say about it. It exists. I'm not going to defend it, but I don't get the Titanic hate for it either. Yes, the imagery is disturbing and bizarre, but considering this is SpongeBob, I've come to expect that by now. And that's why its final verdict is a 5 out of 10. It is an average episode, but a very, very overhated episode. And that's all I've got on it. Now let's move on to Glove World R.I.P. I don't really have much to say about this one either. It's also just an okay episode. It's one that was on Mobro's worst SpongeBob episodes list, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's not good, once again, but a lot like Face Freeze, it's another episode that people love to crap on, and I honestly don't get why. So, what's the plot of this episode? Well, SpongeBob and Patrick are told that Glove World is about to shut down. And this being one of the favorite places of theirs, they go one last time to see all those to see all the rides and re-experience everything one last time. Problem is, Glove World itself is a literal wreck, and every single ride and every other thing there is faulty and keeps on crashing over and over again. So you, the audience, get why it has to be shut down, but you still feel SpongeBob and Patrick's sentimentality, because we've all had those places that we've all loved going to when we were kids that unfortunately now no longer exist. Mine was Blockbuster, and Adventure Video, and every other video game DVD rental store. Seriously, those things were like... I was addicted to those things when I was a kid, when those things were still around. But then the episode kind of just goes off the deep end with SpongeBob and Patrick trying to save Glove World and doing absolutely nothing to help, and then chaining themselves to the entrance to keep the owner from, trying to get in and actually demolish anything. And that's when the owner, in a stupid, lazy plot twist I'm sure you probably could have seen coming a mile away if you read through all the lines, is that there is a Glove universe now. And that's the only reason that Glove World is shutting down, because they literally opened a whole new park. And then Patrick loses the key, leaving them stuck there as the episode ends. Yeah, the ending is dumb. Like, dumbass ending. I'm not even gonna... No. The ending of this episode is dumb. But outside of that, I mean, there's nothing offensive here. It's mostly just really, really boring. Like, you'd think with a plot like, this is the last time you'll see Glove World, there'd be something else more interesting here, but no, there's nothing. Not to mention we never see Glove Universe ever come back again, yet we see Glove World come back again, so... Once again, I know the show in this particular season did not give a single damn about continuity, but at the same time, it's just like, why make this whole new location and tease this whole new location in an episode when you do absolutely nothing with it? Like, come on. If you're going to make a new setting, use it in another episode. Highlights, the roller coaster crashing through SpongeBob's house right in the beginning. Not only because it starts the episode out with a bang, but also because it's a bit abrupt, and it does work as a pseudo jump scare if you're not ready for it. And then the other highlight is that SpongeBob is imitating people, and he ends up imitating an old lady, and the old lady clobbers him for it. That is the one legitimately hilarious joke in the entire episode. Outside of that, though, it's another episode that, like Face Freeze, it just exists and nothing more. Final verdict's a 5 out of 10. If you like it, more power to you, but it's definitely not going to set the world on fire. It exists. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. Feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the hype button if you think it'll actually do something and it's not just pointless monotony. And I'll see you guys next time for another duo of episodes that aren't good. And one of them is one of the worst in the show again. I swear, we've hit so many of these in this season. Just ouch. See you next time for Squiditis and the god-awful Demolition Doofus. Till then, thanks for watching. Stay spongy. You